So I obviously could not get cabbage alone. Sammy had off today for a Thanksgiving break, so I recruited her. She's hiding in the bin behind me.
No.
It's actually pretty nice. The sun's shining.
No, it's windy and it's cold.
Well, luckily we don't have a lot to go. As you can see, we're really getting this cabbage cleaned out. I actually haven't picked the last 2 times, Mom and Dad have, but I'm thinking, last time I was here I said like 3 or 4 bins. Now I'm thinking 1 or 2 at most. We're gonna just basically clean everything unless there's a real tiny head, but something like that is, I'll get out of the shadow, is real nice size. Something like this, that's pretty small, we'll probably let that go. And so we're just gonna go through, clean what we can, and then leave the rest for whenever. The only problem is that it's supposed to get pretty cold this weekend, like high of 30, I think low in the teens, and that's gonna start to harm the cabbage a little bit. Luckily we have cauliflower all picked, so we don't have to worry about that no more. Broccoli's done, collards are done, kale I think is done or just about done, so it's really only cabbage that's left. Usually when picking these bins, I always say this is for the Scranton Farmers Market, but obviously since today is the last day, this is all going to be for our home farm market. Obviously, again, we can't sell this much all at one time, so we'll put it in our cooler and hopefully keep it for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. The leaves might get a little bit yellow, but we'll just peel that outside layer off and it'll be just perfect underneath.
Cool.
There's a good amount here, don't it?
Uh-huh.
So we just got over halfway through the patch and cleaned basically the entire thing. As you can see, there's almost no cabbage left there besides just one head here and there. Actually, I missed 3 right there. Hold on, Sammy, I gotta grab these. So we're gonna clean it, or we're gonna drive all the way out to the top of the hill there where we have it cleaned from, and then we're gonna go down over the edge and try and get a couple more. We've gotten about 3/4 of a bin of decent sized cabbage, but that's about all we're getting as of right now. Sammy and I are gonna clean this little section from the front of the Kubota up to where I'm standing, and then there's probably about 1/2 to 3/4 of a bin left down over the hill, which we'll probably get another day.
Come on.
Oh, bad throw. Eric would have caught that.
I am not Eric.
Eric literally does not miss.
I don't usually miss.
If I put it right in your hand.
Or if it's a
I literally watched Eric hang. I don't even know how his legs didn't break. He like hung half out over the Kubota. For a $2 head of cabbage. Mom, Sammy, and I just got out here to hopefully get some Christmas trees. These trees are pretty tall for a Christmas tree. They're not usually this big from what you're used to seeing, like at a Christmas tree farm, but they're beautiful. And so the landowner that has these trees Says at this point he just wants them out of here. Like I said, they're getting overgrown, and he would rather us get some use out of them than let them go to waste. What we're basically going for is Fraser fir, like this one right here. There is other ones, I don't even know the names of them, but they don't look as nice when you're making wreaths and basically everything else. So this is what we're going after. You can see how nice and dark green they are. It's just so big, it's almost unmanageable to get it back to the farm market.
Got my help?
Yeah, don't hurt your back.
No, I went to the dryer bush.
I know. I just laid my hand, I put my hand down on my side and I got stuck. Yeah, why don't you cut it in half? At least make it manageable.
You lift the branches up and I'll cut it. Good. Now you want to put this one in the bed of the truck? You probably get that on yourself. Obviously, it would be nice if we could lean the tree this way, have it fall instead of falling on the other one, but then, you know, we got to pull it out the wrong way. We want to pull it
We
from...
could just swing it around over here.
Yeah, I'm going to try and let it fall against that tree, and then we'll pull it from the bottom.
Okay. Wow, watch that. Why don't you just cut?
You want to cut that one in half too?
I guess.
Come around the side and we'll throw it over. Okay. Here's that other butt end right here. And maybe we could do one more.
Don't you think we should get this on the truck or no?
This one? Oh, on the truck? Oh, it fits so nice right on the end of that one.
Shouldn't you go around the other way? Don't you think it's gonna lean this way?
It's gonna fall down probably through there. But there's really no other option.
You don't want it to fall this way?
I was gonna say, go around the other way.
But what's on my way I cut it from? I'm not going back in there, that's a nightmare. I gotta cut it from here.
Okay.
But maybe you could try and go over there, Mom, in that hole, and when it starts to go, you could push it this way. Yeah, let it fall. If it'll fall, Sammy, be careful.
I'm getting stuck on these briars.
You must not have it cut all the way.
Oh. Ow. Briars. Ran right into them.
Long too.
Yeah. Do you want me to help you?
More. There you go. Wow, that opened that up nice.
Okay.
Okay.
What? All right, so the load's ready. Luckily, we only have like a mile and a half to go.
We're loaded.
This morning, my dad and myself are gonna be starting out just doing a lot of winterizing. We're supposed to be getting some pretty cold temps this weekend because today is Friday, and all of next week. So we gotta get water lines drained. We wanna get a big bale of hay in here for the cows. Make sure the irrigation's all, pinned up. Pin up the barn so no pipes freeze, just all that kind of stuff, because if you don't drain pipes, winterize, gonna have way worse effects later on. You just seen me give the cows what we call chop, which is a mixture of corn, oats, and soybean meal. As you can tell, they love it. Down there, if you can see behind the trees, which I'm gonna go down there in a minute, is big white round bales that are wrapped. And I'm gonna unwrap that and throw it in the pasture here for them, so they have that then for the next week to chew on whenever they want. Good morning, Dace. God bless you. Dacey's looking for mice and sneezing. God bless you. So I just got up here to the shed. I'm gonna grab the skid loader and then head back down for those bales, because obviously those bales are way too heavy for me to lift. See, it's too heavy for like 3 or 4 people to lift. I don't really know how heavy exactly they are though. God bless you, Dace. In the shed, I did a lot of cleaning the last time I was in here. As you can see, we have quite a bit more room. The only bin of, I guess you could say, produce that we have left is sugar pumpkins, which I think at this point now, we're just gonna give these to the cows or the one guy who works for me, his pigs. Besides that, the washers are cleaned. I think this washer's cleaned. I know this one is because I did it myself. I'm not sure if Mom did that one or not, but if we didn't, I would like to finish washing the rest of these spaghetti because there's only like 3 crates left there. Another job that I just thought of is we need to unload the big truck from the last day of Scranton, which was on Wednesday. We have it parked here, so we park it basically all summer. It's easy to load, you know, we're coming in and out all the time. But now we're gonna probably unload it and then get some of this equipment out of here so we can back in the shed and keep it out of the weather. So it looks like he picked up some products for the farm market. It looks like maybe maple syrup. I see a bag right here. I think it's Lox. Yep, Lox maple. And then what he brought back was not much. A couple of ornamentals, a couple squash, crate of onions, bin of like mixed stackers, pumpkins, sugar pumpkins, Hubbard, and about probably 30 heads of cabbage. And again, I know I've said it a couple times, but thank every one of you for supporting us, whether it's watching the channel, following us on Facebook, coming to our markets. You know, we appreciate every single person. So again, thank you. Nervous that I was gonna like hit the skid loader forward, but it all went good. Here comes the cows, they're running.
I've never physically baled a round bale myself, so I don't know exactly what goes on, but I'm going to try and explain it the best I can. How it works is, obviously you're baling that loose hay, and when it gets wrapped, it gets this clear, kind of like whitish netting wrapped around it just to hold it together. And then if you're going to store that in a barn, you can just leave that the way it is, and it's going to be just fine. But if you're going to store the hay outside like we do, then it has to get wrapped again with that heavy white wrapping that I took off first. And then that keeps it out of the weather. It's not going to be good forever, but it'll hold it for probably about a year or two before it starts to go bad inside of there. And so you got to make sure you get all of that off before the cows start to eat it, or they could choke and possibly die. And another thing, as you can probably see by me struggling, is they're extremely heavy. And so I just cannot move it. I'm going to have to wait later on. Hopefully Dad can come down, maybe even 2 more people. We can get this rolled over so we can get all of that wrapping off of there so that the cows don't get at it.